Wednesday, another film of Sunday, and I'm just gonna keep this intro very simple. This is to my home team, the Monarchs. You need to stop letting people think that they can play you. I don't care if they're rivals. I don't care if they're from Liberty, which I was recently passing by this weekend. I don't care what team it is. You need to stop letting people think that they can play you in the second half, especially if they gain double digits. That is not something that should be happening. Um, you need to maintain possession of the ball and also just control the game. Just have very good game management. I need scouts to be, well, scout team to be watching film, doing whatever they need to do, always being ready, even if it isn't the season, the next season, whatever needs to happen. We need to not let that second half come back happen at all. So thank you from my fellow monarch, but that's what I gotta say on that. And then for the UTs, I'm very happy with what the turnout was. It was very similar to last game. They are at 3-0 right now. I kept on seeing WDFBR pop up on my phone. So again, very happy and very happy with the result. So I believe it was, let's go on ESPN. So Utah was at a 31. I don't know if you can see that. 2-6. So again, better. Of course, I'd rather see that 0. Of course, if that could happen. Better management on flags, better management on plays, and better management on each drive. So that's really all I got to say on that. And then I'm just going to transition very quickly into whatever is going on with the high school players. I know I haven't really been covering them that much just because it's hard to get information when you're doing things virtually or whatever. But we're going to take a look at that because I have been following Flowers for NYs and also a couple other teams. So let's start with Flowers, which is one of the initial ones. They are at 2-0, which is really amazing for their 4A. And so where are they at rankings? So they are at 21 now, and they are number 3 in their division. So that's what I see here. Again, you can see that on Max Preps. Again, I wouldn't really recommend this if you are on the roster or are on the Max Preps roster at least, because it's just hard to track y'all. And if you aren't like actively updating your stats or your coaches are actively updating your stats on here, it's harder for me also to go over your stats. So again, let's see, we have Eliza Johnson with 1 run. And then he is also junior QB. Oops, sorry. Running back and wide receiver. I don't quite see any other players running back. Interesting. So they have a 23-7 win. This was 9-5. And again, they do need to update that. And really, I would just like for them to see them maintain their ranking or even go in a higher position. And let's look at Wise. And they are at 1-1. So they are, let's see. So they are actually right. They're still right above Wise. Just one position right above in their 2A. Oh, sorry, 4A. And they are number 10 in Maryland. So really, there are some problems there. We have Cameron Parker with 58 receiving yards and 68 rushing yards. Mm. So really, I would just say just getting better consistency with some better efficiency with completion percentage for Eric Wedge. Not that exciting for Wise, since their next game is also going to be. Oh, their next game is actually Flowers. So, looking forward to that since that rivalry is happening this weekend. So, that will be 9/19 at 5 p.m. for those that are watching. And I'm just going to keep this one short. I'm not really going to be going through any film. I'm just going to go through rankings, standings, and general stuff like that. This is very, this is more a commentary one, so I'm just keeping it very simple. And if it looks like I'm looking away from the camera, I'm really trying not to. But this one's really just gonna be a simple video, just due to stuff in my personal life that I'm not gonna elaborate too much on or really give context to whether on Instagram or here, just due to the fact that I don't like to put that on in relation to anything like I have business related or anything content related. So that's really just that whole situation. So I'm just keeping this one very, very short. And then we have Oscar Smith with a 1-to-1. Um, so they are they could be in better position. They got Indian River also this Saturday. And then let's look at my old high school, of course. They are losing, so that's pretty much that. I'm not really going to elaborate much more on this video, but that's really all I have for today. Again, Monarchs, please watch your film. Please do whatever you need to do. I know y'all are training, y'all are working hard, and I'm very proud of y'all for what's been going on this season. Also, with Colson Joseph being our QB1, very amazing. He's very healthy. He's delivering, which I'm very happy with. It's just the second half that they really tighten up on. But that's really all I gotta say on that. And I'll see y'all later.